Alright, welcome to the long drive. Been a hot minute since I've played this on camera. It's almost 8 o'clock in the morning for me, and I remembered the buttons. Left click, right click. Such poise, such balance. And then if you hold both down, depending on, what you're doing, you can dance around. Alright, so we are 30% through our trip. And I got updates on our vehicle. Remember I was saying that I wanted to find a Barkas body that had windows? I actually found one. Okay. Because I got all the windows now. Now, you might be thinking, well, it looks the same as the other vehicle, just the body's got windows. Yeah, I had to switch every single piece over to the new body. Fortunately, I had the spray paint can that was this nice dark gray color, so I just resprayed the body and it was it. So now it's got the slider door. This door just comes off with this stuff still in it, so that's a plus. Threw everything back here. We're over here at a service station, and we found this, whatever this is. It runs. It's got a little bit of... Where is the fuel tank on this thing? It's got a little bit of gas in it. I was hoping this was gasoline, but it's not. It's alcohol. It's a whole bunch of ethanol. Oh, hello, I didn't mean to do that. I got the more primo leather seats. That's cool. And I got my stuff stuck back. I put the chocolate bars back here. We don't need this guy there. We can put him over here with the sprays. And then we can turn those around. That's my gift from Mom when I get to Mom's house, is I have a bunch of chocolate bars. We'll just stick those behind the seat. There, perfect. Let's get started. Is that something up there? It looks like a ship. Okay. So the terrain for a while now has been kind of rolling flat like this. Gently rolling terrain. Pretty manageable, really. It's not bad at all. Coffee. So that's been good. Yeah, I wasted like an hour of my life trying to flip all the components from one body to another, because the body that... This body had everything on it. It was a complete working Barkas. And I could have just took my internals and just ran with it, but I figured, I even swapped the engine, I swapped the gauge cluster. Oh yeah, we can look at the gauge cluster. Where is that button? There, I did driving last night, and I said, well, you know what, I should go ahead and zero that meter out from the service station. So hopefully it don't get into that terrain, but that's more northish. We're generally heading westward. I don't know, we might transition to the slightly hillier terrain. Something over there. I still got like 50 liters of fuel, just straight up gasoline, in the drum. I have that spare Barkas fuel tank, the Barkas trailer fuel tank. It's empty now. I was putting gas in that a little bit. Didn't get very far with it. And then I have a 20 liter gas can that's full of gas, 20 liter thing of diesel. I got a radiator full of water. Still got 2 jugs of oil. It is a ship over there. Alright, cool. Is that the road? Let's see about getting woed up here so I can get eyeballs on whatever that is way out there in a distance. Alright, binocular time. Oh, okay. Might check that out. Might decide not to. Kind of up in the air about it. If it's right off the road, we'll figure it out when we get closer to it. If I want to deviate. So yeah, long weekend. I was debating. I was like, you know, I have the time. I could do a 24-hour live stream with this game. Yep, we'll do it. Maybe we'll find a car to tinker on. Everyone remember, the road's on my right now. Alright, anything cool spawn in here? Nah, we're just gonna ignore it. If there was a car to tinker with, I'd, you know, see if I can get it running, but I'm not gonna bother. That's probably what's gonna help me make ground today, is not stopping every single time I can. Just because you can do it doesn't mean you should. It's optional. So my oldest kiddo messages me and says, "Dad, my laptop's dying." I was like, oh. She uses a laptop stand with it all the time, so they can keep it alive. Because it's a laptop. You're supposed to put it on your lap. The problem is, and I've noticed with both my kids, is they're really murderously hard in electronics. I don't know if other parents have figured that out. Like when you're before the age of 16, maybe 18, maybe 20, you tend to be really hard on things. Just don't know any better how to take care of it. So I was like, well, it's kind of expensive to replace a laptop every 2 years. I mean, if you got the budget for it, cool, but I don't. I could make it part of my budget, but I have other things I do with my budget besides that, so I'm like, you know, you might just be without for a bit. So, we'll see. Maybe some magic will happen. My suspicion is it's thermally tripping out, because they said, oh, it's every 5 minutes it wants to just, you know, lock up and you gotta restart it. That sounds like a thermal issue. There could be something else going on. There could be a virus, could be, you know, an error with the system. I said, well, just sitting there, does it shut down, or do you have to be doing something for it to do it? They play Genshin Impact. Genshin Impact? I always pronounce it Genshin Impact. That's probably totally wrong. Oh well. That's what you get for reading a word and not hearing it pronounced ever. They call, both my kids call it Genshin Impact, so maybe they know better than I do. But if you know how to spell a word and you pronounce it wrong, that is honorable. That means you read it in a book somewhere. And don't feel bad. So my girlfriend, she's into spiders. She got a lot of tarantulas and stuff. They can do that in Colorado. Can't do it here in Hawaii. Long distance. She goes, oh yeah. I don't know how to pronounce half the names of my spiders. She can spell it out, no problem. Has zero idea how to pronounce it. Well, that's cool. That means you read it in a book somewhere. Or an article, or a magazine, or whatever. You read it. I had to figure... I was like... I think I was 12 years old when I finally learned how to pronounce dispenser. I'd seen it all throughout my childhood years, going through Star Trek technical manuals. The food dispensers, the replicators, all that fun stuff. I think it was Mr. Scott's Guide to the Enterprise where I first encountered the word. And I had no idea how to pronounce that stupid word until I heard it pronounced. And I was like, is that how you say it? Yeah, I think I was 12 when that happened. I called it a dispenser or something. I forgot the other S on it because I just didn't clue in that it was there. And then when I was like, oh, you know. Yeah, kids, we're silly that way. Is that something? No, it's not something. I'm spoofed. Looks like there is something way out there. Gotta avoid that telephone pole. It'll clip the corner of my my Barkas. That'd be bad. I think what we'll end up doing is right when sunset hits, we'll toggle sleep mode and pass through the night. There's really not much to see when you're driving at night. I have an inkling suspicion I have missed buildings because they were just a little bit off to the side, and the headlights didn't quite shine on them enough to make them visible. So I mistook them as a rock, or just flat out didn't see them at all. Oh, you're a farm? I think you're a farm. I call it a farm, even though there's a conspicuous lack of, you know, farmland. But oh no, you're a gas station with a well. A lot of gas stations in this game. Not much in a way of, well, you got the haunted house, you got the what I call the farmhouse, you have that one house I saw once. Alright, let's see if we got fluids here. Oh, we got something up on the roof there. Okay. We're not going to sleep just yet. Let's figure out what we got. What do we got? Diesel. Nice tire. A light, a scrub brush, gold bar, some love dolls, a couple crates of I don't know what. You're an engine. You're a TV set. Alright, let's do the crouch jump game. What are you? Gas. We'll put a splash of gas in our car. Because right now I'm running 97% gas. I'm curious how the car runs when you put 98% in it. So let's go ahead and sleep. Okay. I need just a touch of headlights now. Ah, yeah, see, we've gone 13 clicks already. Alright. And we're about 12 and a half minutes in. Cool. If I keep this up, I could hit 60 kilometers in 60 minutes. Which means I'm basically averaging about 40 miles an hour. Nice. Well, I'll just hit it. This is how we get to Mom's house. It's just this over and over and over again. So if we were playing Scum, driving from one end of the map to the other, it's only 15 kilometers. It's each grid square in the Scum map. I call it grid square. It's not really grid square. It's actually 9 grid squares, technically speaking, because a grid square is 1,000 meters aside. But they're 3,000 meters tall and wide, so that makes 9 grid squares. Well, anywho, so you got 15. You got 5 by 5 pattern of 3 kilometers aside, so you got 15 and 15. That's 225 square. So I've basically driven the length of the map, or the width of the map, the height of the map of Scum in this game in 14 minutes. Of course, this is the only road in this game, and it's more or less pretty straight. I'm also going pretty much about as fast as you can go in Scum as well. The 2 cars that you can get now, and hopefully they add some more vehicles into the game. You got the Volkswagen and you got the Leica, which I guess is supposed to be a Lada or whatever. I don't know. I'm not sure. There's other vehicles you see that are there. They had the 4-door SUV thing for a bit. They took that out because they're reworking the vehicle model to have, like, you know, the servicing aspect and changing tires and ripping door, all that fun stuff. I'm sure they're going to bring that back. They also had airplanes. Those are gone now. For right now. But hey, you got a dirt bike. You got a mountain. I think there's two types of bicycles. One's kind of a road bike. One's kind of a... Yo. Dude almost kamikazed into my car. You have a boat, which I guess you can row if you run out of fuel, because otherwise you're kind of stuck. Although I've never figured out how to do that. One, I've never ran out of fuel. Got close. It turns out you can just basically cross that body of water from Novigrad over to the trading post. But you better have fuel to tank up with, because you might be running out on the inboard little tank capacity. I don't know, gasoline usage for internal combustion engines and scum is kind of weird. I mean, I can drive this car. I could literally drive this for a couple hours and run the tank out. You drive a car in scum for like 15 minutes and you run it out of gas. They have absolutely horrible fuel capacities. That or they're just super inefficient. Oh, is there something going to spawn in there? Looks like a trailer. Hey, you got fuel? I'll take some diesel. I'll take gasoline if you got it. There's nothing here. We don't need the lights anymore. I got a bucket. What are you? That is a bunch of alcohol. You can get really drunk off of all that. Also, it looks like it's in terrible condition. I mean, hey, I got a scrub brush. That's a little sad, but not terribly. Nothing else to note there. I've only found one. I think I found like maybe a handful, minus a couple fingers, of trailers that actually were complete. And usually when you find them missing all the bits, at least the trailer itself is in pretty good condition. That thing is a rusty bucket of rust. It's a bucket, is what I'm saying. I discovered a neat thing. I was using C to switch between first and third person. If you hold down C, the camera stays put, and then you can just press C again. It pops you back in there. So you could probably use that in conjunction with, you know, pre-positioning the camera. You could do some cinematic little drive-by things. What I don't know is if... Oh, you can look around. Okay, cool. I don't know if you can move the camera. That would be fun to tinker with. Alright, looks like we're going to get into some slightly more rolling terrain. I see the horizon's a bit higher up than I'm used to seeing it. It'll be fine. We'll be fine. Oh yeah, we're going real fast now, buddy. Maybe I need to ease up on that gas pedal. You can tell we're going pretty good when we hit bumps. And the whole car suspension makes noise. Our poor shocks are probably hating us right now. That's alright. It'll be fine. So now that I have the night sky turned on, because I forgot that that wasn't even an option until recently, I've noticed the airplanes show up. The flying saucers also show up in the night sky in the distance. Not following the road, just kind of out there. And you'll see the light blips taking off and coming up off the horizon, going past the horizon, that kind of thing. It's like, oh, okay, you know, the world is still alive is what I'm getting at. I mean, there's still planes flying around. So humanity hasn't been quite wiped out. I mean, there's still dudes talking on the radio, so that's a thing. Is that a ship? That is a ship, I think. Yeah, it looks like a ship. Oh, bunker building. This is where I found, not this one, but, you know, at a bunker this is where I found the Barkas. But it looks like it's a bunch, there's nothing really here. I saw a door in there, a bunch of bunkers, a bunch of boxes. Keep going. I have better things to do with my time than paw through boring buildings. I mean, I'm not hurting for fluids. Consumables. I'm good. Alright, 20 minutes in. What do we got? 25 kilometers. Alright. That means in theory I should be able to hit 75 kilometers in an hour if I keep up this pace. It's not bad. Uh-oh, that might... Oh, is that ship right on the road? Oh, no, it's not a ship at all. That's way up. It's something. I don't know what it is. Not close enough to tell. Farm building? Oh, you're a bit off the road, aren't you? Mansion? Mansion. Defense spawned in. Sometimes those always are some distance away from the road. I got one that was pretty close. It was like maybe 50 meters off the road. That one's kind of far. I'm not going to bother with it. Can't even see it now. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I didn't mean to do that. Let's not hit that. Yep, don't even know it's there anymore. You just ignore it. It'll fade away into the rearview mirror. One of my buddies, he was dealing with traumatic events and stuff. And he equates it like big, terrible life events. He equated it to driving past a landmark, and like a large landmark, like, I don't know, like a giant rock mesa thing. And he said, yeah, when you first drive past it, you're all around it. You're through it, like a forest, landmark, mountain. And it dominates your rear view mirror. You look back, that's all you see. Because it's a recent thing you just drove past. It's a recent life event you just had. It's all in your rearview mirror. It's all in your vision. You can't help but notice it. As you keep going, it slowly fades into the rearview mirror. It's still there. It's just not quite as dominating anymore. So you never really get over it. Whatever it is, whatever traumatic event, a death, a relationship failure, traumatic experience, a violation, or whatever it is. Doesn't matter what it is. It's always going to be there. It's always going to be a part of you. It's just, it's not going to have as much sway. I mean, unless you don't move on from it. If you don't move on, make an effort to move on with your life, you will stay parked by that landmark, and it will dominate your vision. Oh, what are you? Flat building, could be a bunker. I don't think it's a bunker. Oh, my favorite. The diner. And some stuff spawned in there. We will spend an inordinate amount of time here figuring out what we got. Oh, we got an intact. That looks like a Trabant. That might be worth getting running. Those are easy to get running too. That's cool. Even got a sponge. I can rescue some of this. All right. Hopefully it's all here. Bodies and... Well, let's rescue this body a bit here. Let's rescue that door. Alright. Boop. Let's check fluids. What do we got for gas? Oh, shoot. This thing is cherry. I just need a splash of oil, and this thing's running. Because it's air-cooled. There's no radiator. And the gas tank's, you know, right there. They're such quirky little cars. I don't know. I think they're cute. In that weird, you know, Eastern European way. Really? I used that already? So here's an airplane. Yeah, that's an airplane. Red left port. Okay, yep. These they got the lights right. Won't run without a splash of oil in it. Let's see if we got... Oh, we got fluids right here. We got spray bottles. Heck yeah, I can make this car freaking immaculate. This car will be so stinking spiffed up by the time I'm done with it. Get out of here. No one's here to yell at me for littering. Got some oil? Oh, we do. Let's see if we got any more gas. Actually, here's what we're going to do. Let's try 4%. No, I wanted to open... I drank that. That was smart. Let's try that. Okay, it's going to get dark soon. No, Fizzlock should keep that from running around. There's more planes. Maybe they're laying out contrails telling you, go this way! I don't know if they have prevalent direction at all. Oh yeah, see? We're a runner. Let's see if we got gas in his gas tank. Extremely basic car. I'm sure there's a lot of folks who grew up in that part of the world who are like, yep. We got more gas. I mean, look how small that gas tank is. He barely takes anything. It's also not very fast. Diesel, nope. Probably won't like running that. Alright, let's, ooh, we got a bike over there? Heck yeah. We got some plastic princesses. We got cobwebs. This place has been out of service for a while. We got a nice tire. I didn't even look at the tires on that thing. Okay, well I did see that the passenger door is kind of sorry. So let's get that unsorry. Yeah, there needs a bit of help here on... No, wait, that door is fine. Was it the trunk? No? Oh, okay. I guess, and more gas. I looked at that already. Got gas here in these jugs. Nope. Water. Don't need that. Ooh, more gas. Alright. Perfect. That's kind of funny. I got enough... The gas tank in this thing is barely a 5-gallon gas can. I'm almost halfway full. I think it'll run at 2%. I kind of want to see what the Barkas does at 2%. What are you, alcohol? Man, I just can't see nothing. are you? More oil. Let's take this tire. This is why I can't make any progress. I have to compulsively stop everywhere. Alright. There. Just a little bit of spray to fix up a couple panels here and we'll be good to go. Oh geez, pardon me. When you get older, that starts happening more often. What? No spray? A bunch of sponges. I got 4 sponges just sitting here. I like how my arm's like 8 billion feet long. Like, how does that work? I don't know. See, now my arm's a believable length. Clean this. Is that as clean as it gets? There we go. Alright, it's used up. Get out of here. Oh, I should use that spray to fix up the tires. I haven't even checked the back of the building. This one looks kind of grungy. Might be partially used. They don't tell you how much is left on it. It's just you got to figure it out. Spiff up the hood. Alright. There. Oh, you're used up. Never mind. There should be plenty of oil for what I need it to do. Alright, what else we got in here? Anything else? These chairs don't work very well. They just fall over. They don't stay locked. I suppose if you put them on a pallet, they'll stay locked in because I have fizz lock turned on. The pallet should work. Well, let's go check up here. Sometimes you find cars up here. Or body parts. Both. Some oil. A bar stool. Sick jump ramp for a bike. Oh, we got an American-made V8. We got a bike. What do you like? Gas, oil, and diesel. You might actually run with that. Oh yeah, I gotta find the light switch. Make life a little easier. Alright, I lost one of these and it sucked. So we're gonna toss one in the Barkas in the back just so I have one. I didn't like losing it. And then I can just drop it. Yeah, I had trouble trying to get the bin stuck to the panel here, so I just kind of stuck it on the ground. It's fine. It works just like that. It's good. It doesn't have to be bolted anything, because I got fizz locks turned on. Yay. Ooh, more gas. Oop, I saw bullets. Do I need bullets? Nah, I'll leave it. What are you? You're empty. That's right, I flung you over there. Well, let's get that spray. We got a bottle of spray here. I can reload that. Alright. That means I got a couple uses. Can I revitalize on some of these tires? Those look pretty okay. You know, those actually look pretty cherry. Well, no, that one looks a little... This one looks like it needs a bit of help. Yeah, see? That one looks a little sad. I just wanted to drop it, I didn't want to fling it. Okay, let's do the other front. The latest one I just got. Alright, that looks pretty good. You just hear stuff. Tumbleweed just, you know, hanging out. Where? I'm not sure how that clipped over here, but okay. I don't think I have enough to do all the tires. But I can get close. And we worked through the night. Get out of there. Away with you. Alright. I think my back bumper is the only thing I didn't really look at, and it doesn't look that bad, honestly, so I'm not going to worry about it. Hey. Intact car. This will go like 200-something kilometers on what I got in the engine. No problem. It's gutless, though. Well... Will this run? Doesn't run very well, but she runs. That's a needs more gas in it. If you didn't mind dumping the fuel, you could just get rid of all of it. Is that a tree? It's a tree. Anything else? Oh, that's a full mag. You know what we are taking that. Let's see if I can place that in here. Will it actually stay put? There we go, it settles in. Lots of bullets. Kind of how I play Scum. Just amass everything and throw it in the back of my car. It's fine. Get out of here. Out of my way. Hatch glass for I don't know what. Oh, immaculate bike rim. Hey, guess what? I'm thinking the front tire is more important than the back, but the back tire... Well, that's not quite what I wanted it to do. Well, like me if I do that. Yep, it liked me when I did that. Okay. It just looks a bit off. Something about it. Well, the front rubber's decent. It's just the rim's garbage. Nothing else really. Ooh. See if I can spoof on this bike a bit here. There we go. I wonder if it got on the roof or if I cleared it. I cleared it. What do we got? Diesel. That's a Trabant. Trunk. That's a rim and tire. That's some paint. Lots of flashlights. Alright, we came and saw what we needed to do here. 2 working vehicles. For just a little bit of effort. Repair is noble. Where is the sun at? I don't even know where the sun's at. I don't care where the sun's at. I didn't even, like, gas up my car at all. All these resources I dumped into getting these other cars to work, and I'm like, nope. I'm not going to do the right thing and put it in my car. I'll take a piece of hose and a magazine for a assault rifle. Sure, it's fine. Fuel? Nah, I don't need it. There's a good 10 liters of gas I found there. And it all went into the Trabant. Sure. Meanwhile, I got a 42-liter gas tank sitting in the bed of my van that's empty and is screaming for attention. Nope. Just gonna ignore on that for a while. I think my first playthrough of the game, I started off with, I think it was the station wagon version of the Trabant. I think it was a Trabant. No, I'm sorry, it was the other one. The station wagon. It was cute. I liked it. The older looking one. And I think I went with a blue and purple combination multi-colored paint job. That was fun. I like that car. Then I found the bus and I ran that for a while, and then the game update hit, and I probably could have salvaged that playthrough if I'd gone back into settings and turned on fizz lock inside the vehicle. Because it did not like having all that stuff in the bus. It just wanted to just despawn out of the bus and spill over the ground. I didn't know what the problem was. I didn't know. I thought the game was broken. No, it was a setting I needed to turn on. Bye, diner. Alright, so that we just hit the end of the easy terrain. Now it's a bunch of this. Sure, okay. Oh, the ship out there. So I suppose if you painted a Trabant yellow, you could have a Trabi Cabby. If you did some SpongeBob SquarePants color schemes along with the yellow base color for the car, you could have a Krabby Patty, Trabi Cabby. I can't even say it right. I'm the one who made it up. Can't even say my own joke right. Actually, no, I think I read it somewhere. Did I? I can't remember now. I'm gaslighting myself. That's talent. My coffee is not even lukewarm now. That's cool. If you want, you get some coffee and it's nice and piping hot and you forget about it for 2 hours. It's borderline iced coffee when you finally get back to it. So if you like iced coffee, you can have both. Look, the caffeine works no matter how warm it is, alright? In fact, I think if you overheat your coffee, I don't know. I'm kind of curious. Does caffeine start doing weird stuff when it gets too hot? Like, what is the point in which caffeine breaks down? I'm pretty sure it's not boiling temperatures. I have to go look that up. I'm actually legit curious now. Can you ruin a cup of coffee by boiling it? I know you can make it super bitter if you, because I know the flippin' English, they would, when coffee was a thing, they'd throw a bunch of it into a pot and boil it for like an hour. Which I hear makes it super, and then you have to filter out the, you know, the completely, utterly spent grinds. Because you get every last drop of everything out of, they extract everything out of those grinds. And then I think they filtered it out or something, or they might have had like a steeping bag or something for the coffee to not, you don't have to filter it afterwards. And they'd enjoy it that way. I was like, that's got to be the bitter. I mean, I should try it just to see how stupid it is. I got cheesecloth. I could make a cheesecloth baggie, throw a bunch of coffee in it, tie it shut, toss it in a pot of water, and boil it for an hour. Say, yay, let's make a tincture of coffee extract. And see just how terrible. I mean, that's it. I'm gonna go do it. I'm gonna do it. I got a 3-day weekend. I got all the time in the world to do crazy stuff. I mean, I've boiled bacon before. That's how silly I am. You know, let's boil some coffee. Yep, that's it. If I used instant coffee, I wouldn't have to worry about filtering anything. It's just instant coffee doesn't taste as good as the real stuff. I got to think if I have actual coffee grinds, though. Maybe I'll try it with instant coffee. Yeah, it's not the same. I mean, you can put instant coffee in cold water and you get coffee. It's great. So I should buy a pack of grinds and a small box of coffee grinds. Doesn't matter what it is. The cheapest thing possible. Oh, that rock almost took me out. And then I'm going to take myself out swerving all over the road. Oh yeah, we're off the gauge now. Oh, okay. Did I lose anything on that? Nope. Okay. Nothing spawned in here? Nothing spawned in. Keep going. Yeah, we're in hilly terrain now. It's not going to be going so quickly. Where are we at? Oh, really? We're at 42 clicks and we're 47 minutes in. Wow, I had made some really good time. Lost it at the service station there, the diner, but didn't lose as much time as I thought. We could stay punched in here and make up some ground. So yeah, boiling bacon, not really I mean, it cooks it. I mean, the meat turned, it wasn't pink anymore. What kind of it? It was definitely not crispy at all. It was very soft bacon, but it was technically cooked. Because I think you have to cook the internal temperature of meat has to get above 165 or at 165 to be considered cooked. Well, I boiled it. It's not going to get any hotter than 212. It's physically impossible to get hotter than that unless you pressure cook it, which could be a thing I could do. I have an Instant Pot. No, stop it, Ian. You're having bad ideas. So I boiled some bacon. I single strip of bacon. Said, let's see what happens when you boil it, because you know I have a lot of British Isles heritage in me, so I got to boil everything to cook it. I said, fine. I'm boiling some bacon. My friend's like, no, stop. What are you doing? Why do you hate yourself? It's like, I don't hate myself. This is an experiment. So I took pictures of it. She's all flipping out. No, this is the worst thing ever. Why do you do this? I'm like, because science isn't about asking why. It's about asking why not. Cave Johnson, we're done here. So yeah, it was fun, and didn't taste terrible. I wouldn't want to eat it like that all the time. In fact, I don't eat bacon hardly much at all now. I don't even have any. My preferred method is to either cast iron and skillet that stuff up, or you can actually microwave it. It actually cooks in a microwave. You gotta have It's good if you don't just lay it on a plate, just naked, and then just nuke the shreds out of it. It just does not. No, it'll work, but it's going to make a spattery mess and rust-proof the entire inside of your microwave. Make it hard to see through the glass because the glass is covered in filth. Oh, what do we got here? Anything useful? Let's check out that trailer. Even though I don't have a hookup on my car for a trailer. Why are you turning? Phantom forces? Oh, we got the lid for the Whiskey 50, the IKW, oh, what the heck is it? IFA Whiskey 50, W50 truck. That's the transmission engine tunnel cover. Oh, I got a cheap anvil. I have seen a couple folks take chunks of railroad steel and fashion them into an anvil. That's a turd. That's alcohol. Flashlight. That's a cigarette. Got some sausage. Got a bunch of nothing. Not much here, guys. Not even a... Okay, gasoline. Hey. My car hate me when I get it down to 2%. See, we burned through some gas. Get out of there. See, if I had a trailer hitch, I could fizz lock anything thrown in there. Oh, hello. Well, what else ended up in my car? At least I can see now. Nothing back there. There's the sun. Alright. Let's go! So yeah, what does boiled bacon taste like? That's not too bad. Tastes like bacon. It's tender, easy to chew. The fat's not totally rendered out. It's not hot enough to really render the fat out, but it's cooked. You can eat it. Probably survive off of it. Was it a pleasurable dining experience? No. No, I'd rather cast iron it. Yeah, so if you microwave it, you get the little microwave little bacon frying tray. So it's got the raised bits so the bacon fat can drip off the bacon as it's getting nuked. And you get a surprising amount of bacon fat generated from that. You can pour it into your cast iron skillet so you can get some bacon grease in there. So you can do your eggs. Now microwaving an egg without breaking the yolk, that's not good. That ends up being a really bad idea if you don't cover it. And even if you do cover it, if you stab the yolk, it might pop at you. I've seen lots of videos of that. Now, if you scramble that up first, you can microwave it. It will cook. It does not taste anywhere nearly as good as cast iron skilleting up some eggs in some bacon grease. That is the best. Probably not good for you, but it tastes good. That's the important thing, right? It's got to taste good. What's the point of food if it's just, you know, trash? Like, oh, it's really healthy, but it tastes like terrible cardboard. Okay, I'm not hungry anymore, but it's not a very pleasurable experience. You know, I'm kind of a hedonist. I like food to taste good. I think most people do. What are we at? 54 minutes in. What are we at on our count? 50. Well, if I do 100 kilometers an hour, which I'm not doing right now, yeah, we're not going to make we're not going to make 60 clicks in an hour now. I could have stopped too much. We're going to keep going. We'll drive through the night. Up this hill. Crawling up this hill. These weird lights reflecting off the top of my Barkas. Like I saw a blue one there. It's like, I don't know if they're supposed to be reflections off of stars or what. Under us is the actual like base terrain. I guess the rough, distant, low resolution level of detail texture for the terrain that we're on. And we're driving over the rendered high quality stuff now. It's kind of weird. I'm actually a little curious about the how the world is actually generated. I know it's procedurally generated and it's based off the seed. It's kind of random. I guess it has some rules. The road has to generally go westward. But like, what are the rules for how extreme can the hills get? And how often does the terrain change and all that other fun stuff? Moon's out. Yep, moon's out. So there's probably some baked in coding for trying to figure out the road course, you know, how much it turns, how far it turns, the terrain itself, all that good stuff. There we go. Now I can kind of see it a little bit. And we just ride on that clutch. So, changing my radiator didn't seem to do anything for improving cooling. Not that I had a problem with it, but it's... I thought it would take longer to get hot. Nope. I guess the thermostat works really well on this car. I just have that much more extra reserve capacity. Ah, bunker. This might be a good spot to stop for the night. Stop the recording. Oh, we got a cart spawned in too. Yay, what do we got? A Volkswagen Bug. That stripped. Perfect. It's really dark. Let's get some light. We got an alarm clock. Bunch of boxes. Well, something in there gave me a use of sprays. What was that? I can't tell what's in here. It's not super heavy, whatever it is. Head to a car. Oh, we got a first place prize. Wurfutz. Probably saying it wrong. A box of I don't know what. 32 liters of water? Yep. That's clipped through the ground. There we go. Well, I didn't know you could clip stuff to buildings. Extra virgin car oil. Okay. Bunch of nothing. Bit of oil. Well, I think we're going to call that a session. Oh, is that a hardtop? Oh, nice. I didn't know you've made hardtops. Thoroughly stripped. Ain't nothing here. Oh, you can't roll down the side windows. They're fixed. Body's in great shape. Only thing on the car that looks good. Kind of wish your tail lenses could get changed. They can't. Anywho, that's all I got. I guess I'll talk to you all later. You all have a good night. I'm going to bed down for the night in here, and I'll catch you later. Bye.